Life in Europe at the moment is far from normal, but there is a sense that it's getting back to normal. This week, Brussels Airlines, along with carriers from across the continent, return to the skies. After a 3-month hiatus, passengers are on the move again. And while aviation is a key part of the economy, it is only one part of a wider economy facing its biggest slump in nearly a century. Gone is the coronavirus banner here at the Commission. Instead, it's been replaced by their proposal for recovery. Next Generation EU, it's called. It's an ambitious plan, part of 750 billion euros, mainly of grants to help those that have been hardest hit, along with the EU budget for the next 7 years. But it has divided the Union. On the one side, you've got the 4 biggest economies, Germany, France, Italy and Spain, who back the Commission's proposals. And on the other, 4 nations who don't, the frugals, the Netherlands, Denmark, Austria and Sweden.
The ratio grants and loans, it's not in our favor, and we also need a conditionality. It's important to invest in reforms. How can I explain an Austrian entrepreneur whose company was closed as long as a Spanish company, and his Spanish colleague gets more money in form of grants, and perhaps the Austrian gets nothing, and for him it's the same situation.
I hate to borrow money. That's not sustainable. That's not in the interest of the next generation. So that's why I share the perspective. But tell me, what is the alternative? In the Netherlands, in Austria, all over Europe, they are creating currently debt. They go into the banks and borrow money. That is what everybody is doing currently. Why? Because that is the only chance to stabilize now our economy, to create a perspective for the young generation, to not risk a lost decade for the European economy, for the European Union as a whole.
And for some, this is an existential crisis for the EU.
This is a matter of survival for the European Union, and people need to understand that. I mean, in the Netherlands, do they believe that the prosperity of the country just depends on the Netherlands? No, actually most of the business that the Netherlands is doing needs the European market. Without the European market, there's no Dutch economy.
Few were expecting a breakthrough at this latest Council meeting. It might not happen this side of the summer break. But if Europe's economy is to take off again, leaders will need to find a compromise, and fast. Darren McCaffrey, Euronews, Brussels.